Okay, did this just hit you? Be honest with me. How many of you tell yourselves before Diwali, this time I'll stay controlled? And then, right after Diwali, you're frantically Googling how to lose Diwali weight fast? 7-day detox after Diwali? Gym routine to burn festive fat? Look, I get it. I'm Indian too. I know that Diwali isn't just a festival, it's an emotion. It's all about a lot of sweets, endless Diwali parties, visiting people, sitting with family till late at night, chatting and laughing. We want to enjoy it all. But the problem is, we swing between two extremes. Either we eat everything with guilt hanging over our heads, or we restrict ourselves so much that we don't even enjoy the festival. So this Diwali, let's change that. Let me give you some simple hacks. Whether you're someone who loves making things at home or someone who's all about going out and partying. And yes, by the end of the video, I'll also tell you what to do after Diwali so you don't feel like you've sabotaged 3 months of hard work. And trust me, what you learn now will save you guilt and calories. So let's get started. First, let's talk about those of you who love making sweets and snacks at home. You have the biggest advantage because you control exactly what goes in. Hack number 1, turn your regular sugary kheer into a protein-packed kheer. When your kheer is almost done, add 1 or 2 scoops of unflavored protein powder, whey or plant-based, depending on preference. Mix it well. 1 bowl can give you 15 to 20 grams of protein. Protein helps slow down sugar absorption, meaning less blood sugar spike and fewer cravings later. If you don't want to use protein powder, try this. Grind a protein bar and add that instead. It adds texture and mild sweetness, allowing you to even cut sugar by 30 to 40%. And to add more nutrition to it, garnish it with your favorite seed mixture. Or, for better nutrition yet, swap rice for quinoa. Quinoa is rich in protein and fiber, has a lower glycemic index, and pairs beautifully with almond milk, cardamom, and monk fruit sweetener. And if you're new to using monk fruit, this natural sweetener is a total game changer. It's made from a Southeast Asian fruit, has 0 calories and 0 sugar, doesn't spike blood glucose levels, and is rich in antioxidants called moghrosides that give it a clean sweetness without any bitter aftertaste. And to your surprise, it doesn't even cause cavities. And because it's 150 to 200 times sweeter than sugar, you only need a little to get that festive flavor. You can also try amaranth kheer. This grain is also rich in protein, iron, and calcium. Both quinoa and amaranth are complex carbs that digest slowly, keeping your blood sugar steady and reducing those post-sweet cravings. See, regular rice is almost pure carbohydrate. It gives you a quick spike and crash. But these grains add protein and fiber that keep you fuller for longer and make your festive desserts more balanced and nourishing. Write my duty in the comment section if you want a detailed recipe. Let me share with you another sweet treat that's totally guilt-free and absolutely delicious. Ragi Coconut Burfi. Ragi is a true nutrition powerhouse, packed with calcium, iron, and fiber, which means it not only tastes great, but also keeps you full and energized for hours. This recipe is close to my heart. My mother makes this burfi every season. Trust me, when you enjoy just 2 pieces, you'll feel happily satisfied, not weighed down or sluggish like with traditional sweets. Here's how you make it. Heat ghee in a pan. Add ragi flour and roast on a low flame for 3 to 4 minutes, stirring continuously until aromatic and slightly darker in color. Guys, do you know people are nowadays biohacking their hunger with 1 tablespoon of ghee, and it makes you feel full for hours without causing any energy crashes. Okay, now coming back to the recipe, slowly pour in coconut milk, stirring to avoid lumps. And now add monk fruit or stevia instead of refined sugar and mix well. Add cardamom powder and continue stirring until the mixture thickens and starts leaving the sides of the pan. And then transfer the mixture onto a greased tray or plate. Spread evenly and refrigerate for 3 to 4 hours. And then cut into squares, or you can also make laddu while the mixture is hot. It has no added sugar, high fiber, low glycemic index, making it a satisfying, nourishing choice that supports steady energy and digestion during your festive celebrations. Now that we've covered how to boost the protein content in your sweets, let's talk about another equally important nutrient, fiber. Adding fiber not only helps with digestion, but also keeps your blood sugar steady, which is essential when you're enjoying all those festive treats. Instead of using traditional binders like Gond, you can simply add psyllium husk, or isabgol as we call it. to your laddu and sweets. Also, you can use isabgol in your festive snacks like kebab, cutlets, tikki. It's a soluble fiber that helps improve digestion, balances blood sugar, keeps you full for longer, and gives your festive goodies a nice healthy twist. And because it slows digestion, it also helps you feel full faster, which means fewer sweets naturally. Now, this was about the sweets. Now, if you are making savories, then you can also increase the nutritional value in them at home. Then, while making savories, make sure you air fry or bake everything. You can brush lightly with oil and air fry at 180 degrees. Your savories will still be crispy, tasty, but 70% less oil in comparison to when you deep fry. I can also share some recipes with you that you can make within 15 minutes. Number 1 is roasted makhana mix. Heat ghee in a pan. Add makhana and roast on a low flame until they turn crisp. Remove and set aside. Now, to saute the flavor base. In the same pan, add curry leaves, green chili, roasted almonds. Saute for 1 to 2 minutes until aromatic. Then sprinkle in salt, turmeric, black pepper, and amchur. Mix well, and lastly, add roasted makhana back into the pan and toss for another 2 to 3 minutes so the spices coat evenly. And once cooled, transfer it into an airtight jar. Stays crisp for up to a week. If you need more recipes, you can check My Duty's Instagram or the website. It will make your Diwali sweets and savories sorted. Okay, now, for my party people, those who love restaurants, buffets, and friends gatherings, you don't need to say no to everything if you want to stay healthy. Here are some game-changing strategies. So before you step out, do a little to support your liver. Listen, everyone talks about liver detox after the damage is done. But why not protect it while you're enjoying yourself? If you know you'll be drinking or eating heavy foods, take NAC supplement, that's N-acetylcysteine. In combination with milk thistle, take it before you go out. NAC actually increases glutathione, your body's strongest antioxidant that helps your liver process alcohol and fats better. So while you will be eating and drinking, if you do, your body will still be protected. These two herbs, NAC and milk thistle, along with 3 other powerful ingredients that have been clinically proven to repair and regenerate damaged liver cells, are all part of our liver detox supplement. Take it and your liver will get the support it needs to recover faster, flush out toxins, and function at its best. After having junk, you can also take activated charcoal, as it will bind to the toxins inside your body and flush them out. And here's something you can do every morning during Diwali. Have a turmeric shot. Just mix turmeric powder with black pepper and lemon in warm water. The black pepper increases curcumin absorption by 2000%, and this combination is incredibly powerful for liver protection. Now, this hack is very interesting. You can actually outsmart oily foods with natural fat blockers. Let me tell you how. Right before you leave for a party, have a bowl of psyllium husk mixed in curd, or have a quick chia pudding. You'd probably be wondering how this simple thing helps. Because these form a gel in your gut that traps extra fat and sugar and slows down absorption. It's like having a protective shield in your digestive system before having heavier meals. Also, when someone offers you a tray of dry fruits during parties, always pick cashews. I'll tell you why. Cashews have the lowest anti-nutrient profile compared to almonds, pistachios, or raisins. Now, while you're eating out, the biggest hack that can help is how you sequence your food. Load your plate with protein first. Paneer tikka, tandoori chicken, grilled fish, whatever you like. This meal sequencing slows digestion and leads to a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream, helping to manage blood sugar and reduce cravings. And while having anything heavy or fried, have a bowl of raw veggies alongside. Onion, cucumber, carrot with lemon, and if you can, a splash of apple cider vinegar. The fiber binds with excess oil and helps pull it out quickly. It works because the fiber literally grabs onto the fat molecules and escorts them out of your system faster. And guys, skipping food before a party is the worst thing you can do. It messes with your blood sugar and makes you overeat later. Eat something small and protein-rich before leaving. Keep yourself hydrated even when you're out so that your body doesn't confuse thirst and hunger. And now, if you're drinking, here's how to do it smart. First of all, limit yourself to 2 drinks. And again, hydration is very important, guys. Have a full glass of water before and after each of your drinks. And while drinking, have hydrating vegetables like cucumber, celery, or lettuce with lemon juice over them. And remember the NAC we talked about? Taking it before you drink can actually be a game changer for your liver. Alright, Diwali is over, now what? Do you need some crazy detox juice cleanse or worry about gaining weight? Absolutely not. Your liver and kidneys naturally detox your body every day. What you really need is to guide your body gently back to routine without punishment. So after Diwali, focus on hydration. Drink about 2 liters of water plus 1 to 2 servings of green juice like celery or other leafy greens. These juices are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and chlorophyll that support body detox, reduce inflammation, and help flush toxins faster. The biggest detox is peeing the toxins out after all. On day 2, focus on fiber-rich, easy-to-digest foods like fresh salads with leafy greens and a splash of apple cider vinegar, along with fermented foods such as chaach, kanji, or homemade pickles to nurture your gut microbes. Avoid heavy exercise for the first 2 days. Instead, opt for light movements like stretching, yoga, or a gentle walk. By day 3, as you feel lighter and refreshed, slowly return to your regular balanced meals and fitness routine. So here's the thing, Diwali is meant to be enjoyed. It's about family, traditions, and happiness. Food is just one part of it, but it's an important part. You don't need to choose between enjoying Diwali and staying healthy. With these hacks, prepare and protect your body during the festivities, make smart choices, and reset and recover after. You can have both. Remember, 1 week of festivities won't ruin your health, but how you approach it, with guilt and stress versus joy and balance, that makes all the difference. So this Diwali, eat that laddu, samosa, or whatever you want. Go to that party. And afterward, gently, lovingly, bring yourself back to routine. If this helped you, hit like so this reaches more people, and share it with someone who bothers a lot before eating anything during parties. Happy Diwali, everyone. May it be full of love, laughter, and yes, the good kind of sweetness.